All right. Hello, students. This video is specifically for my students who are in Introduction to Digital Imaging, which is our Lightroom course. To answer the question, when you're importing into Lightroom, do you want to be importing from a card? Look, I have that blurry background because from the media card or from your hard drive. This is a personal preference. I'm going to show you both ways because Chris Orwig has some pre-loaded images, and it was a little confusing because I don't think you can see the process because he was showing them from the hard drive. So I'm going to show you both right now. So I have just opened Lightroom, and once you have already done an import in Lightroom, it is going to default to whatever catalog you save into. There are different schools of thoughts on whether or not you should create a new catalog each time, or if you should have one huge catalog that contains all of your images, and then you sort those into collections within Lightroom. We're going to get to that later on in the course. I just want you to be aware when you open Lightroom, it is going to default to the last catalog that was open. I personally use multiple catalogs because I shoot a variety of images I don't want to mix together. So in this case, I got a macro lens and I was experimenting with macro photography. I do not want my macro images in the same catalog as my photojournalism, so I created a catalog called Macro Test June 2023 because I'm testing a new lens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out of this so that I can show you what it looks like when you import images. If you were going to open a different catalog, once you've opened Lightroom, you can go ahead to the File drop-down menu. I hope you can see this on the screen share. I'm getting this bad feeling that you can't see it. I'm going to pause so that I can double check because you got to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm actually showing you my entire desktop, which is a bit of a mess, and I hope it's not terribly distracting, but I need you to be able to see this File drop-down menu. So you can choose New Catalog, where you create an entirely new catalog and name it whatever you want, or you can open a catalog. So I'm going to show you how to do a new catalog. New catalog. And we're waiting for that. You can see my spinning wheel. Hopefully my computer is not going as slow as my internet. Now there is going to be a default folder for Lightroom that is probably going to show up under your in your pictures. Now you see I have a lot of stuff on my hard drive, so it's not looking as clean. Here it is. It's called Lightroom, and these are where Lightroom catalogs should always be. So even if you have your folder somewhere else with images on your hard drive, that is going to be in a separate place from the actual Lightroom catalog. So here you see Lightroom folder, and then here are my catalogs. So you can see I have two large ones, and I moved that macro test one to a different folder, but for this purpose, I'm going to show you, I'm going to open it right here within the Lightroom default folder. This Lightroom folder can be saved anywhere you want it to be. It can be moved onto an external hard drive, or it can live on your computer's built-in hard drive. So from here, I'm going to type save as student portrait test. I'm just calling it that, or just call it student test. And apparently I can't type right now. Student test. Fall 2023. Now it's going to create a new catalog there, and it's going to ask you if you want to back up. I'm just going to skip this time. And now this is going to disappear. Lightroom is going to relaunch if everything's going as it should, and it's going to open the catalog you just created. And now you might see something a little bit more familiar to what you're using if you have never used Lightroom before. It's empty, right? So from here, let's start by showing you how to import from a media card. So here's my media card. You have to have a card reader if your computer does not have the SD slot. My computer has the SD slot. I'm going to spin this around and put in my media card. Now from here, We always hope the computer reads it. There's 3 different places that you can import. You can use the shortcut Shift Command I, and it's going to import. I just used that shortcut, and now you see this opening up. Oh, this is hilarious. This media card that I just put in is from my 5-year-old daughter's digital camera she got for her birthday. So I'm going to close that now. The second way you can do it is on the bottom left. You see this import button I'm hovering over? It's always going to be visible. So you can just click import from there. Click import. That same dialog box is going to open up where you can see the different places you can import from over here on the left. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to show you the third way. You go to the file and you drop down to import photos and video. Anytime there's a shortcut, it's going to show you in this menu what that shortcut key code is. So there it was, Shift Command I. That's how you can learn those and memorize them if you want. This is the place you can access that. So from here, let's just go ahead and choose import. Now we're actually going to show you where your SD card should pop up. Now you can go get it. You can go get it. So basically you can see over here, Rose's little untitled disk popped up, and it's going to say DCIM, which is the default. I actually don't know what that acronym means, but you can see that this is the folder where all your images are going to be contained. And where you saw Chris talking about however you want to, if you want to deselect them all, it's automatically going to select them all. Usually it defaults to uncheck, to check all. You can uncheck all if you want and just go through and get the ones you want. You can see here, you can choose all photos or new photos. And this is where he was talking about how you don't want to import duplicates over and over. So if you put all photos, you may get duplicates. If you put new photos, Lightroom knows what has been uploaded and it will not upload duplicates. What? Here, you need a flashlight? Sorry about the pausing. I'm home. It's oh, look at this funny picture. Anyways, it's Labor Day, you know. Okay, so from here, so I'm home with my daughter. She's not at school. So from here, this will show you all of your drives. It's going to show you your hard drive. You can access things from the hard drive. It's also going to show you if you have an external. My external is called Boogie 2019. That's my external drive. Apparently, I have some other something attached called No Name. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And then, of course, the untitled that's popping up, that is the SD card. Usually the SD card, unless you have named it, is going to show up as untitled. So from here, you're going to select which ones you want. And it is automatically going to be making this catalog. This is not choosing at this stage where these are being exported to you. You're not thinking about that yet. You're just thinking about bringing these images into Lightroom. So here you are. Here's how you select from an SD card, and then you go ahead and click import, and they're going to import into this catalog, the catalog I called Student Test Fall 2023. And that is all for importing from the SD card.